So, real quick, I wanted to touch on this topic because it's become, somewhat of a talking point here today. It's been reported that by PW Insider that the match between CM Punk and John Cena, the proposed match that a lot of people have been waiting to see, especially throughout this whole Cena heel run, apparently that match isn't being seriously considered for Money in the Bank, for the Money in the Bank PLE. It's going to be considered at a later point in time, maybe down the road, down in the year, so to speak. So I kind of want to weigh in on this topic. I've heard multiple opinions regarding the whole Cena Punk match. Because I feel like, for Cena and Punk, that's such a natural story. I feel like at this point in time, Cena, he's going to get his best match from Punk. I feel like at this point, what I want from the Cena heel turn, if we're not going to get The Rock and Cena, in the same, place and time, so to speak, again, then the next thing I want, and the only thing that I kind of want at this point from a heel Cena, is to face CM Punk, because I feel like that dynamic obviously works. We saw them at the Elimination Chamber and they had the same chemistry that they had in 2011. And with this whole thing comes the proposed Money in the Bank match this year, and a lot of people have said that this, if it takes place at Money in the Bank, is going to be poetic, because Money in the Bank 2011, CM Punk against John Cena, but this time the roles are reversed. This time Punk is the babyface and Cena is the heel. Cena's the heel trying to ruin wrestling. Punk, obviously, it literally writes itself, but I feel like right now Punk is obviously involved in the whole Seth Rollins stuff, and I feel like there has to be, number one, there has to be a clear reason for him to just all of a sudden switch up and go and face Cena, because right now Rollins and Seth, they're obviously at each other's throats, and Cena right now is currently occupied, I'm assuming, with R-Truth. I'm assuming he's going to face R-Truth at Saturday Night's Main Event, and I feel like there has to be some sort of connecting point between Punk and what he's doing and Cena and what he's doing. And personally, I wouldn't book this match at Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank, after Saturday Night's Main Event, Money in the Bank is 2 weeks away, and it would be such a rushed story if you tell Punk and Cena at Money in the Bank this year. It would be so rushed, almost like the point of Randy Orton against Cena, because Randy Orton against Cena had that sort of disadvantage of being 2 weeks, 3 weeks after WrestleMania, so they had to build that lightning pace, and even then they kind of left out some sort of elements of the story that they could have told. So I feel like if I have the pen and if I have control over when we see this match, I would put this match at SummerSlam. SummerSlam this year is 2 nights. Obviously, TKO, they want to rake in as much money as possible. But just looking at it from a wrestling booker point of view, I would have one of my main events be Cena against Punk, either night 2, night 1, whatever it is, of SummerSlam. And that way you can actually tell the story a lot more sort of digestible. You can tell a lot of elements as far as this whole Cena Punk story, because before the whole Cena redemption arc begins, because we kind of saw a little bit of that at the end of the Backlash PLE, where Cena looks remorseful about sort of his actions. Before that happens, we need to see Punk and Cena at the very least. I don't care if we see Cena with anybody else. I just want to see at this point Cena and Punk one last time. Marketed the same way you marketed with Randy Orton. One last time, Cena and Punk. And who knows, maybe you have Seth get involved in the finish of that match, or get involved in some way, shape, or form if you want to continue that down the road. But let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know your thoughts and your reactions to the news sort of that we got here regarding the whole Cena Punk match. Let me know where you want to see this match occur. And until next time, I will see all of you on the next one.